Alexa, play Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get access to over 50 million songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Blog Talk Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is December 21st, 2018. Merry Christmas, Happy Yule, Happy Winter Solstice. Tonight is the origins of Santa Claus. I decided to do this episode because apparently there's a bunch of assholes out there trying to make Santa a female or non-binary. In actuality, the story of Santa Claus, the real person, is so much more interesting. Because believe it or not, it actually has both Christian and pagan origins that stem from the combination of Saint Nicholas, a 3rd century monk, and the Norse god Odin. Yes, did you know that Santa was a real live person, kids? And he was born in what would be modern-day Turkey. Very well respected, very well known for his religious devotion and acts of kindness. And in fact, it is said that he gave away all of his inherited wealth after his parents died and traveled around the countryside to help the sick and the poor. What Christmas is really all about, spreading love and cheer to those needy. Another awesome story that I actually did not know is that St. Nicholas is actually credited for saving 3 sisters from being sold into slavery by their own father. Yes, Santa was a fighter against human trafficking. That is actually pretty cool. Now, as far as the people that are trying to turn Santa into a transgender figure, unfortunately, I am against this whole 2018 paradigm, or just how idiotic people are going about it. There's actually some credibility to those claims. And that has to do with Yule. For those of you who don't know, Yule is a month-long festival that started right around, well, actually today. It lasted until January 13th, 14th, right around there, commemorating the winter solstice. It was during Yule that it was said that Odin traveled by an 8-legged horse named Sleipnir, bearing gifts for those in need. Well, when he would find people in need of food, he'd leave bread for them, then disappear. Later stories say that kids actually took full advantage of Odin bringing gifts to where they would fill their boots with straw, carrots, and sugar for Odin's horse. And in return, Odin would actually give the kids gifts and candy in their boots, which is how the modern stocking came about. I am really shortening this up because this is going to be a short episode, and there I could go into a lot about Norse mythology. But sticking with the theme of Christmas, the 2 main inspirations came from St. Nicholas and the Norse god Odin. Like many old-school pagan rituals, Christianity slowly implemented them into their own festivals that happened around roughly the same time in order to help with the pagans who converted to Christianity back in the ancient times. Now, where is it that Santa gets his modern, jolly, big red suit? New York, fucking New York. Two men in particular are credited with giving Santa's modern depiction. The first one is a writer named Clement Clark Moore, and the second is Thomas Nast. In 1822, Moore actually wrote a poem for his daughters called An Account of a Visit from St. Nicholas, which actually became 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. Now, this gave Santa his appearance of being a jolly, elf-like person that gave gifts. Thomas Nast was an artist, gave Santa the bright red suit, the shop in the North Pole of the elves, and even Mrs. Claus. So technically, the jokes you hear kids saying about Santa Claus being a pedophile, well, considering he would be about almost 1,600 years old by the time Mrs. Claus came into the picture. Yeah. Unless Mrs. Claus is actually Freya. Now, about Santa being non-binary, can we just leave this shit alone? Trying to alter history is probably the dumbest thing to happen. I don't give a fuck if it offends you. A Christmas episode where I said fuck, and I said it again, and I'll say it 2 more times. Fucking idiots. Even if the history offends you, why not leave the history there so we can teach our younger generations to be better? With Santa Claus, this dude, devotion aside, he was a nice guy, which gave many of the legends of Santa Claus their credibility nowadays. Now, being that it was so long ago, it's hard to say exactly what happened back then, because records weren't as good as they are nowadays. But nevertheless, this guy was a legitimate hero. Why are we trying to fuck up the imagery? Because he's a fictional character? Not really. This is where the thing is that every claim has a layer of truth to it. Stuff like this is where I get that. Now, where do I say that there's actually some ground for Santa being quote-unquote non-binary? It's because Odin and many other Norse gods were actually been known to dress up in women's clothing when they practiced magic. Whenever Freya, the mother of Thor, would teach Odin magic, he would dress up in women's clothing. And several other individuals, magic practitioners from that culture, did the exact same thing. They weren't necessarily against people, guys being more feminine, women being more masculine. But this whole concept of non-binary is a complete bullshit. Because at the same time, we are talking about Vikings, and they are some of the most brutal people in history when you look at all the details. Now, of course, I can go into so many other episodes of this show in regards to everything involving Norse mythology, but we're going to be running out of time. This is going to be a short episode. I could have done a lot more detail. I hope you do enjoy it. Tune in next week, or I'll be back for a full episode, hopefully. Some things are changing. Be sure to check out the links in the description to find my store, to find special merchandise, find books that I've sold, and links to find me on social media. I hope you enjoy. Have a blessed holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy whatever the fuck you celebrate. All right? Have a
You gotta be so cold to make it in this world. Yeah, you're a natural, living your life cutthroat. You gotta be so cold. Yeah, you're a natural.
Alexa, play Imagine Dragons.
Okay.
'Cause you're a natural. I'm feeling hot as stone. You gotta be.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get access to over 50 million songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.